everybody.
Hey.
And I'm out of Facebook jail, so we finally live on my page.
Appreciate to respect.
Woo! I'm free now. Hey, this is my first day out. Cue the music. Cue the music.
Not the clap. Not the clap.
Right. Hey, but I'm not gonna be like these regular dudes.
I feel like fighting tonight.
We're not gonna be like these regular dudes. I promise I'm not gonna get nobody knocked up on my first day out.
But that's standard.
Because that's what they do. They get out of jail and they go collect on all the promises they were sending y'all in them letters. And y'all did all right.
They collect on all of the promises, okay?
Now he engaged.
This say I gotta get married next week. I gotta propose the week after.
So y'all, we are back. We took a little mid-season hiatus because we are a team. So
yeah,
it be one of us or all of us. We had a lot of stuff.
I think one week nobody said anything.
No, that was our regular week. Bi-weekly. So 1 week we wasn't supposed to be here, and we were supposed to be here 1 week, but that was the week for all the rehearsals and stuff like that.
Oh
so
yeah.
And then last week we tried again.
And we was
and I was like, yeah, next week.
Next week is good. Right. So now we're here.
What is it?
So now we're here.
That's cute.
So of course, Jasmine is gonna have to be our person to play our game. Y'all ready? Woo! Woo! We getting right into it. We gonna let them go ahead and introduce themselves, although they hate doing this every week. Like people
Y'all gonna
don't.
get the short, cute version. I am Jasmine Jones. Okay.
Well, nothing cute about that.
And
You got
I'm short and cute, so there you go.
short and cute. I'm green today, y'all. For people who are watching, she
I
is
am green.
highlighter green, and she got on a cheetah print or leopard print. I don't know.
I ain't standing up though. So.
She look feisty.
that's what it is.
She look
pants.
feisty.
Fucking feisty pants she got on.
She look like she'll fight you and lay your concrete.
And then I got on house shoes.
And house shoes.
Somebody ain't getting no concrete this week.
Listen, and she want to speak to the supervisor.
Why I can't
She might
find
be a
this
litter writer
page?
tonight, too.
Yeah.
A litter writer. Give me your corporate's number right now.
Right now.
For sure.
Right now.
I'll always write corporate.
Hey
Why I
Instagram,
can't find
I
this
missed you all so
What's all
much.
the
Hopefully
extra
it won't hang up on us
chirping
today.
over there.
What y'all doing over here?
Oh, you had to tell us something because we were
I'm like,
Who dropped y'all?
okay. So we got the short and cute,
Short and cute
yeah, the
version
court.
from Sister
We got
Feisty
the
Pants.
court.
Fuck you.
Yes.
Ooh.
Cement tiger. That's what we gonna call her.
Cement
That's what we gonna call
Her.
her
You just and all your feistiness.
and all your feistiness.
Listen, I have nothing. Okay?
Are you live on my page, Tom?
Nope. You're not.
Yes, he is.
You're not.
We're looking
You're not.
at it.
Anywho, we gonna while we let our producer Tone
Technical difficulties.
in the zone, TDR, Mr. TDR,
In the
figure out
building.
why he not
They
live
don't
on my
let the
page.
GDs in
We
the
gonna
dough.
let Kat introduce herself.
Introduce yourself right on. Introduce yourself right on.
Your name is.
My government is Catherine. All y'all call me Kathy. The gangsters call me Cat. It's around. Don't even matter what it is. Trust me, I got it.
All of it.
All of it.
What Mary say? Whatever you need,
I got it. Okay. And
That
Shay finna get that
song-
singer story
That
started.
song did not even register with me.
Oh, he fixing something. Shout out to the Dosage. Shout out to every doser that's watching today, tomorrow, or next week. Shout out to Shay for inviting us. We obviously ain't
Again.
fucked her show up, so we can come back again.
Right. I
Yeah,
think
I'm-
she told us today we ain't on season 3 though.
She definitely said we went on season
Y'all
3.
not.
So
Y'all-
enjoy this until one of
Yeah.
the girls decide to do
Y'all
a
got
spinoff.
12 episodes. I'm telling y'all right now. 12.
I got a random question before we even really get this party started. I went to look on YouTube and I don't see none of these episodes on YouTube.
It's under TDR.
Okay, I mean, your business.
Yep, it's under TDR.
We love you, Tom.
But it is on Apple Podcasts for all of you guys. Let me put on my evangelist / TV voice. For all of you listeners who are not able to see us live and you do want to follow and keep up with the Dosage Podcast, you can follow us at Apple Podcasts. We're on iHeartRadio. We are on YouTube under TDR Radio. We are under every platform in which you can see and hear podcasts. So go search us, follow us, listen, backtrack for everything that you've missed. If today is your first day, welcome into this place. Welcome.
I was giving announcement clerk, not
Announcement
evangelist.
Yeah, I stopped. Huh? Listen, hold on. Let me take my microphone away from my mouth because everybody don't need to see this.
Your friend Brandon, y'all really friends?
And my voice is soprano. So now whenever I try to get my Juanita Bonham on, it don't work.
I hate it.
Why
It
this
don't
ain't
work.
working for me?
I don't know. But it's on there because I'm on there now.
Girl, I
Look at
can't
the
get to the
comments.
live. I only have one bar though. Yeah.
Ain't nobody said nothing to me yet, but this is my live. Shout out to the 2 people watching.
2.
I know, right? My live
Start
ain't
it
getting
back
no
over.
love tonight.
That's because
that's low.
it's still notifying people that you on live. In a
Possibly.
few minutes, it'll
Well,
let
yeah,
everybody
we'll give it
know.
a minute.
You got Wi-Fi?
Y'all got okay.
Hey,
Hey,
y'all want something from the store?
Right.
Shay getting it. I ain't got it.
Yeah, y'all want hot chips or y'all want like Cheetos Puffs or something?
Because everybody love hot
Y'all
chips.
got kids?
I feel like Wimp's like Cheetos Puffs.
I like Cheetos Puffs.
Is that
hey? I'm like,
there's a difference.
I like
You
Cheeto
said
Puffs.
flaming
Say hi to
hot
me.
Cheetos Puffs. Those chips are really, really hot. I said I think people who like regular Cheetos Puffs are soft.
Wow.
That's a
Because
hard
I don't like hot
statement.
flamings or hot flaming puffs. I like hot fries and I like Vintners.
Y'all, my son just texted me and said, "Mother, what do you have a taste for?"
He finna cook.
That just means he hungry. No.
Shout out to the 5 people watching.
Oh, there you go. I got it.
And they are so good. They are so good. So Jasmine, I don't know how we're gonna do this because Jasmine got a
I need Twin. Listen, everybody is talking about food. My brother, I need Twin to come finish these chicken wings when y'all get done. Thanks. And he just text me.
okay.
He said, "Read the comment."
Pause. Who phone you got?
Mine.
Oh, I just see the name. I was like,
So my Janae's phone is connected to mine somehow for years now, and so whatever she saves her contacts as that's what they are in my phone. Yeah, so
oh,
she saved him as uncle, so
Yeah,
it
he's
rang
uncle.
uncle in my phone.
I was
yeah.
like, this is a weird sibling relationship. This is wild.
Right.
You remember that song? I'm not your uncle. I'm not your daddy. I'm your grandpa. That's how I feel. I'm not your brother. I'm your uncle.
Right.
Oh. Okay. So y'all, we got to get into this game.
Got to.
We play this game every week. It's kind of our thing now. Are y'all ready for this game?
I'm not. Hold on. I can't read the comments and give
Yeah,
y'all
she
the
gotta
memes. So I gotta give y'all
You
the
right.
memes.
So you gonna have to read the comments. She said, okay. You're gonna read the
It's her
comments.
trying to change her voice for me.
That's okay. Come on, anonymous.
I only know one person for sure that's gonna know is her. And she told me she was going to the if she don't bust herself, I want nobody know. She told me she was going to the L store for this podcast tonight.
Hate it.
What? Girl, get on Facebook.
Go on my name.
Something wrong
I
with my
need
live.
my
Ain't no
phone.
comments popping up. I'm missing everything.
Did you make your random comment?
I wrote my random comment ain't even popped up yet. I'm gonna write it again.
It's
I
the
don't
fact
even
that
know
I'm
where
halfway.
we start. First of all, how
got too
about
many.
this was the first thing that caught my eye?
Okay, so wait. I asked a question, and hopefully people who are watching
don't know where
can
we
answer
left
this question.
off.
Parents, do y'all know y'all kids is ugly when they ugly?
You know, we talked about this earlier via text message, and I would have to agree with Tone. I think that people do know when their children are not attractive. But like I told y'all in the text, they're their children. So
You gotta stick beside him.
you gotta stick beside him.
If my baby ugly, I dare motherfucker say my baby ugly.
But what
And
I
on my
say?
life, I'm clowning. I don't
But-
care if it's true or not. That's my baby.
But what did I say? And I said I'm gonna come up with a list of descriptions
You had a good
Descriptive.
list too.
that you can use instead of my beautiful or my handsome child, like amazing, my
Outstanding.
outstanding.
But how can your baby be outstanding in 3 days? I just need to know.
easy?
No,
But
some
it's
people
like
kids be
even-
cute from the jump.
No, my godson had the same face from the time he came out until now. And no, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'll pull up pictures. It's only been 3 kids I have ever seen in my life that like have maintained their face. Now, my little cousin, when that baby came out, everybody in our family said that's a Harris. We know that baby. That baby looked like Nate. That baby had my cousin's face, like full face, like our forehead, our eyes, everything. The baby looked like a person. I mean, she looked like a person. Papa looked like Papa from the
Mhm.
get go. Like I got a picture in my office. He just was light
I
skinned.
think that might be that what's happening with this kid, the one that I just showed y'all. I think he got his face already, and
But that's not a pleasant face
that's
to
not.
have.
it's-
They
no,
gave
I
him like a
think
senior
maybe he
citizen
can grow
already.
into that face.
The
Like
other baby we was waiting for them people to grow into ain't never grown into. That baby
What's
walking
that
out and
big
everything.
yeah, he's like he has an adult. He has at least a toddler face already.
No, his face looks like he's been struggling for a while.
Yeah.
Huh?
That baby,
That is
yeah,
the same
yeah.
thing
That's
I
the same
said.
thing she said.
I literally
That baby
said,
looked like he had a run from the womb to the tomb already. Yeah, he 3 days old.
"Ooh, wee."
But you know what? You gotta stick beside your ugly baby.
You do. You don't have a choice.
You ain't got no choice.
Okay, I think I found
I'm
where
gonna write
we
my baby a
left
senior letter like
off.
that man that said she might not be the
Girl, you can pick.
prettiest.
You can just literally go from the bottom up.
I don't want to do the ones we did already. Did we do this one? Y'all be having sex on camera, but y'all scared to stand
Nope.
up as a visitor
Nope.
in church.
Nope.
Okay, who y'all
So,
think
who
said
y'all
that?
think
I'll
said
read
it?
it again because I wasn't for sure. I wasn't reading with I wasn't being articulate. So it says y'all be having sex on camera, but scared to stand up as a visitor in church. Who do y'all think said that?
They said that.
You know what? Every time Kathy say me, I'm gonna say Kathy. Kathy.
It was actually Shay.
I just want to point out before we even get this party started. When I post shit, it be here today, gone tomorrow. Like it's gone.
So we really don't
We
be
really
remembering.
don't
Yeah,
remember
we really
who
don't
said it.
but
remember.
then when I hear her read it out loud, it be so funny. Like,
It's because we literally send so many.
Hate it. oh, this girl that don't even know the little ugly baby said he looked like he worked third shift at Amazon.
Ooh, he do.
Oh.
And smoke Newports.
Look, okay,
That baby smoke
here go
methanol
one,
lights.
y'all. My toxic trait is I'll fuck him again just to prove he ain't done with me.
Jasmine said that.
All right, let's see. We're gonna get one
the
more.
question is, now this is the real question. Who has done that? Everybody in the room raise their hand. like,
Cause play with your mama. You ain't
Cause
never
play
done.
with
Right.
your mama, you ain't
You
never,
never
done.
Once you get
Listen.
into it, you can't get out of it. Blood in, blood out. Gang shit.
I mean, however, I have a boyfriend now. I just feel like I have to say that.
Hey, but I'm not gonna lie. At one point, he was the prove. I'm gonna prove this point with him.
He was
He
a
was
point
a
proven.
point proven.
He was. Hey, babe.
Who said that? Jasmine.
So I did not say that. That was also Shay. Okay.
Damn, I forgot I sit there.
Hey, did you have an example? Was there words after that?
No.
Okay. I
Nope.
definitely feel like there was an example involved.
But
Okay.
I mean, I could give some examples.
Right. Who said this? I need $100,000 and a hug. Please don't hug me without the money.
Jasmine said that.
I feel like Jasmine said that too.
Jasmine said that.
I did say
Yeah,
that.
I was about to say.
That sounds like she just said
Because
that.
first of all, it's the fact that I can see her face saying it in real life. She'd be like,
Do you have the
And
money?
please don't.
If you don't have the money,
"Hey, Mom."
do not hug me. Okay, here go one. My bitch cheat. I'm knocking out her best friend too. Flock together, get knocked together. Period, poo. Period, poo that bitch.
This a tough one. This a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure it's Jasmine.
I said it.
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
funny,
sure
though.
because
You know what? I could probably look at my screenshot. I probably have it and then not see it.
Yeah,
Then send
so
Shit I'd see.
it's been times that we've double, tripled up on stuff.
I
like,
literally be like, I definitely said that.
seen that already.
morning.
I'm like, oh,
Revision, refocus. Oh, this must be on public. Oh, I don't got time for this stupid shit. What up to the 7 people watching?
Lord.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. I don't break up happy homes. If the door is cracked, though. Hello, housing authority.
You said room service?
tell myself. Wellness check.
Y'all
Oh,
need
what's
that
up,
one
Sharita
again.
Said that.
Girl, where you get a new page?
I don't break up happy homes, but if the door is cracked, hello, housing authority.
Jasmine.
Jess said that.
I think Jasmine said that.
I did.
Yeah.
Let's find
It's
a
the
really
fact
good
that we
one.
really don't remember
Right.
I
who
legit
sent
don't
these
remember.
in these group chats.
Sometimes they hilarious.
Look, here go this one, y'all. Listen, me, I can't even trip. We not together. Also, me. On God, I'll slap this bitch. Can't even say it.
Oh, I'm over here like I'm trying to remember if I said it.
Don't
I'm over
play
here
with me.
like
I don't care if you're not my nigga or not. I don't care nothing about none of that. Once you with me, you with me. You
I think I done said that a few
I
times.
smack all this shit over.
My husband better cry at our wedding, or his side of the family not eating.
Talk about some. You ain't happy? You ain't happy? Well, it's about to be an unhappy day for everybody, right?
For real.
Talk about some. What's on the menu? DoorDash.
DoorDash, right? Kat said that. Yes. Okay, here go another
You better
one.
cry.
And dropping your friend
Ugly tears.
and dropping your friend off to get some dick is sex trafficking, just so y'all know.
Just so you aware. Just so you aware.
Kat did say that.
And I'm gonna
Cat did say that.
And I got their location. A pause for the cause. Ladies, if you watching, if you listening, if you're not a real buddy to your female friends, if you ain't sending your location, you pull up to your new nigga house, if you ain't took a picture of the plates, if you ain't took a picture of the address and what the corner of the street look like, then you really don't want no help if shit get real in the field. Period.
First of all, I have to tell Kat to send me that information. She don't just send it.
I
But
think
she
you
will
have my
send it after
location
I tell her.
But see, yeah, but now we're in a different. Yes, you're right. But now I'm in a place where, like, I'm literally, if there's a few people that I'm actually sharing my location with indefinitely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They can find me anytime of the day,
Anytime.
Right.
literally when my
Don't
my
you have my
car's
location
driving.
indefinitely?
I do.
Jasmine has my location indefinitely. Bridget, Jasmine, Alicia.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
definitely people out there. But I am old school. I literally had I got homegirls that live out of town. And so
Mhm.
when they go meet men or they going to hang out with them, I got the hotel number,
Yeah.
I got the room, I got the plate number, I know what your car look like, scratches, dents, all that shit. Don't play with me.
My cousin had her till she pissed me off and I blocked her.
And I am an avid plate rememberer anyway.
I will find
So-
you.
And I ain't gonna lie to
I was
you.
gonna say something out loud, but
Not only do my friends know where I'm at, I'm coming with my gun.
Right. I don't leave home without
And I
it.
think you know my debit card information.
I do.
Yeah.
I
there's
have all
this
of
gun
that.
thing. I own one.
That's it.
That's it.
Kathy, tell the world how I put up to your house the other day.
Bitch I thought she was finna shoot me. I'm not gonna hold you. She was upset. Anybody who know, I just want to take a small moment. Shay lost her dog. Little baby Aisha, remember from the last episode? He gone.
He gone.
It's fucked up.
It ain't funny.
It's fucked up for real. And so
It's the
Shay
in
pulled
memory
up
of.
because Shay pulled up because she needed a service that I offer. Because again, everything for sale.
Because
even
everything,
you.
she got everything.
And she pulled up, but when she pulled up, like bag half fast off her shoulder, she got the gun in her hand. She got it. She don't got
Just in case she
around
saw
the
it walking
trigger.
in.
For sure. She don't got that around the trigger, but she holding that bitch. And I'm like, Shay, you giving real open carry. Sis. But come on in.
And I said, and is.
Yeah. And so she sat down in my room and we talking, but she like literally waving that bitch. I said, put your gun down.
Hey,
I didn't take your dog, bitch.
my first picture that I shared when I lost my dog was if I see you with this dog, duck.
See, I didn't even see that.
Because I think Kathy told me to be nice.
I
And
did.
Kathy
I
told me
I
to
for sure follow y'all. I'm saying I don't ever see y'all.
Oh,
post.
I don't know, but Kathy told me to be nice, so I went back and edited.
Which
It
ain't even my
said-
MO.
Since I said
I be with that.
because I was going off, I was crying,
It
I was going
bad.
through. You know what I'm saying? I was going through, And it was probably what time? What time was it? It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning when I got over to cat house. I was crying. I was going through. I had been through the alleys looking. I was outside. I called a possum Ace. Like I was like Ace, and it was a possum, and I had to get back in the car. I had the police driving through the park.
Sure.
It was bad. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. It was bad, and I was going through.
We've been off how long? 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Because it's a lot of them. What's the name?
We don't have to play them all, do we?
No, I'm gonna find some really good ones though. Someday, God willing, I will attend my children's wedding and refuse to eat what they serve and demand butter noodles and nuggets.
Y'all already know who said that. Y'all already know who said that.
Shay said
If
that.
y'all, you know, I ain't got no kids. I ain't said that.
Shay did say it.
And you know what's crazy? I have never had butter noodles.
Butter
Like,
noodles.
when I see that noodles company thing, I'll be like, who the fuck come to noodles company and
For butter noodles.
for buttered noodles?
Plenty
Like,
of
Like, $8.
if you
Stop playing with me.
for buttered noodles, you better go get you some ramen and sit down. What you mean?
Sit down, survive.
I don't want no buttered noodles.
Yeah.
What do that even taste like? That tastes like milk.
Listen,
Noodles and butter.
Tastes like buttermilk.
here go. I was like, this is a 2-part because I want y'all to tell me who said it.
Jazz said it.
I want y'all
Yep.
to tell me who said it, and then I want y'all to tell me who commented first. Okay.
Okay.
So this will say, roll his weed, fuck his, F him good, make him food, and shut the fuck up sometimes. So who
I remember
said it?
this.
Who said it?
I
And
remember
who
this.
Jazz said it.
who said
Shay
it?
commented
And
first.
who commented?
I remember this. I remember this. That's what you think? Nope.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Yep. And who commented first? Yep.
Cat said it,
Yeah.
and my comment was, it's
She
just one
cannot-
of them things I ain't gonna
she
be able to
gonna
do.
do.
And then
Cat
my comment
response was, shut the fuck up.
And Jazz was like, yep.
Ain't no baby. This for real. I don't know no light skinned bitch who shut the fuck up. Now, I'm not
At all.
saying that brown skinned girls are submissive because there are brown skinned girls who have light skinned tendencies. But every light skinned girl I know is a firecracker.
Now, this goes to what I was telling my friend earlier. I said, I truly believe that if I'm doing all of that, I should not have to do anything else.
Amen. Especially if I'm shutting up.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna be able to shut up.
Yeah, if I'm doing all of that, I should not have
That's
to
the
do.
struggle.
If I'm doing all of that, and I mean all of that. If I'm shutting up, because y'all know me, if I'm shutting up, I'm not even going to work.
My
mad
dad
at
told Bae today, literally today, if she asks you to stop the car, just stop the car. He said, because if you don't stop the car after she asks you to stop
It's
the
gonna
car,
be
that's when the problem gonna start. Just pull over to the side and stop the car.
He right.
See, that might make me want to shut up because I don't like the
now she got a
stigma.
point to prove.
I don't like the
Stop lying to
stigma.
these people on this podcast, girl.
I don't like the stigma of light
First of all,
skin
first of
girls.
all,
There is a
you-
stigma. It don't change.
You
because
one
all you
vacation
bitches
away
is the
from
same.
being Carmel, so you all right. You all right.
What you say?
Until it
She
get
one
winter
vacation
time
away from
again.
being Carmel, and she 3 months
bitch
away
ain't
from
been
being
nowhere in a while.
pale.
She's still light-skinned.
Yeah, you heard what I said. Though. I said she one vacation away from being Carmel and 3 months away from being pale.
Child.
Yeah.
You said you look like a sunburned white woman in that picture.
I
Get off my phone,
did.
Shay. Get off my phone.
I did. I was like, y'all gonna post this? I look like a sunburn. No, I look like a tan white woman.
No, you said sunburned
Did
for
I?
sure. You said
Oh yeah,
sunburned.
my face. I'm like, I look like I got on
Yeah.
sunscreen.
I just want y'all to know it's about to get real. I'm about halfway through this bottle of wine.
This will say him. Can I come chill? Me. Ooh, my house is a mess. These bills is everywhere.
Hi, Diamond. Shout out to the 4 people watching.
Who y'all think said that one?
What y'all doing? Shay said it.
Did I say it?
No,
Oh, did Kathy say it?
I actually said that.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
These bills
I can see
everywhere.
it. These bills is
The only way I
everywhere.
can let you come in is if you pay 2 of them.
Okay, so let's pause because we got a whole lot more. Let's go with the what's the topic for today?
The topic is I.N.D.E.P.E.N.D.E.N.T. Do you know what that means?
She got her own house. She got her own car. 2 jobs, work hard. She a bad bro.
If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down. If you ain't on, sit down.
Hey, I know I just mixed these together, but shout out to Ray Nitty for this bow I just did. 'Cause I was over here.
I like her.
I want to take her home and put her all night on her body. Like,
That is a bop. Shout out to Ray Nitty.
Shout out to him. We called you the concrete tiger.
No, you said cement something.
Cement line, a tiger, something like that.
I'm calling you Sister Feisty Pants all night.
I did. I called you cement tiger.
Pants.
I called you cement tiger because you got on this and you look like a construction worker, like you could let
I
out.
hate everything about this.
Okay, so Tone, you want to play? Tone gonna pull up the clip.
Okay.
So you guys, y'all know we churchy. Y'all should know this by now. We churchy. You know, no. Let me get a
Disregard the
prelude.
heathens you see. Jesus
Disregard the
really does
heathen
live
that you see, and let me put my wine down.
Because when I'm talking about Jesus, I can't.
Because we're talking about Jesus, we can't talk about him.
him.
Even though he turned water into wine, and if he can do it for them, he can do it for mine.
Hey.
So, I'm drinking wine, y'all. That's it. And so it was a little article that came around, and it said Bishop T.D. Jakes in big bold letters.
Shout out to the
That Bishop T.D. Jakes has said that we are ruining relationships because we are raising women to be men. So of course we had to dive a little deeper.
Yeah.
And we had to, find find the clip so that we can listen to it. So I think Jazz, have you heard the clip? So this is Jazz's blind reaction to the clip. And we've heard it once, but I was kind of multitasking, so I can hear it again. So Tony's gonna play it for us.
Listen.
Yes.
Are we gonna be able to hear it?
If Adam had not allowed Eve to pour into him, sin would have never come into the world. Sin came into the world because Adam broke the order. We were not designed to receive from women. Your self-esteem is compromised when you have to ask your wife for lunch money. I'm not saying you got to be rich. I'm not saying you got to be famous. I'm saying that you have got to be the one who pours in, not the one who takes out. When Adam started eating out of his wife's hand, sin came in because the divine order was broken. This breaks all sociological order to the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men.
She got offering.
He got plenty of money for offering.
And you
I
are
would've gave him
not
50.
applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful,
You know how many
possessive
women
you
is
are,
men
and
who
you are
don't think it don't
climbing the
apply to them,
corporate
so they can
ladder,
get money
but
out.
we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away.
They were perspective to what they were
Oh,
trying
y'all
to
ain't
do.
gonna talk back to me this morning. The conversation has become, let's prove to the men how dispensable they are. And it is born out of pain because we hurt you and betrayed you and lied to you and cheated to you. And you became like you became out of pain. Oh, Lord. I told you they wasn't going to like this, Jesus.
It's,
That's a lot to unpack for you, friend.
It is.
Buy me a Coke.
It is.
That was a lot. Go ahead.
So I just want to start off with one biblical point that he made. I'm Baptist by birth. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I don't identify as Baptist because I don't necessarily agree with all the Baptist doctrine and the teachings that they do. I feel like they lack spiritual components that they don't exclude upon because they don't believe in it because it's not a natural thing. So I feel like I'm more of a Bible based teaching type of person. I like people who teach from the Bible, and sometimes Baptist preachers don't do that all the time. But I was also brought up in Catholic schools. Like I always went to Catholic schools. So biblically, he is absolutely correct. Like it's Adam's sin. That's what it's called. Adam's sin. God never told Eve not to eat from the tree. He told Adam not to eat from the tree. So when Eve ate from the tree, he could have easily disposed of Eve and got, and made another Eve.
Eva.
Yeah, Eva or whatever. Or, some people who like to be all deep like to say that it was another Eve, it was Lilith and all this other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a thing, but that ain't my thing, but that's a thing. But God told Adam. So being Catholic school has always taught me that the sin was Adam's. When God told Adam not to eat of fruit, he was the person that was in charge of the matter.
I didn't know that was Jared Little that said that. Boy, no light skinned girl, shut up.
Oh.
He should know. He should know.
Hey, Jared.
So I get what he's so that part of it I completely understand. It's like, and I don't disagree with him at all. I don't disagree with him at all. But just to break it down in sections, that part absolutely correct for me. When Adam ate that fruit, he was the reason why we have sin. It's Adam's sin. That's why Eve gave us child labor birth and all type of stuff. Like it was just, that's what happened. Whatever.
Yeah,
but it was Adam's fault that the sin. Then we get into this whole second part of it where he's talking about women and how they're independent. I completely agree. And I know that because I exhibit some of those behaviors. I know me. I don't need you to do anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't need stuff to maybe kill a spider because I'm scared of spiders. But other than that, I feel as though I could pay my own bills. I always have. Like, although my parents are married now and they got back together when I was 13 for 13 years. And 13, I was a freshman in high school. My mother did not have a boyfriend, a man in the house, or nothing. My mama took care of my grandmother, took care of my uncle, took care of me, ran 2 businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I never felt her need a man. So I personally feel like if my mama could do it, I can do it, no matter what transitioned afterwards. And I feel that way. Now, that doesn't mean I don't desire a man, and I'm not saying that I don't need a man. What I'm saying is I often take that mentality into relationships with me. So the minute you start doing stuff that makes me, whatever, I'm like, I'm over it. But I also see how that has been passed down from generation to generation. My mom is 67. A lot of my friends' moms are like 50 and 52. That's a different generation. Sure. My grandmother didn't work at all. She didn't work at all. So she never had to be independent. She never had to. Everything that she did was to keep her household happy.
Yeah.
Which is why every holiday, I'm serving all the men in my family. I make plates. We do that. If I'm in a relationship, I'm doing that. Even with my guy friends. We're not sleeping together. We know nothing, but they know I make their plates. I make sure they could. I bring it to them or whatever because it's natural for me. But a lot of people in my generation don't have that. They don't think about that. Like, it's the argument on Facebook, who eats first in your household?
Your kids or your man?
Your kids or your man. Why is this the conversation? Right. Or why is this such a debate? Like, it's a debate. Like, people argue.
But that goes back to everything that we say on every other show when people don't have authentic relationships. Okay.
It was. Nobody heard it. I got you. Don't even worry about it.
I'm gonna hold it. What I said was, it just goes back to what we say on every other podcast. I think we literally have mentioned it on every show. People don't know what it is to have authentic relationships. Now, my upbringing is not all that different from yours. My grandparents were married for 40 years almost. My mom and dad were married while I was an adolescent up until I was like, I guess I was still an adolescent because they divorced when I was 10. But previous to that divorce, my mom did not work. My dad took care of all of the bills. My mom was, submissive from, as far as the eye could see. My grandmother, the same. My grandmother, however, worked for 30 years at Briggs and Stratton. I saw her come home and give my grandfather her check. But she was still very independent. Now, me, I have always been very.
Cough hard.
I have I have
on it.
always been very independent before relationships. Like I did everything on my own. I chose the high schools I wanted to go to, everything. I did everything independently. However, I had three men who were very important in my life tell me I needed a husband. My grandfather being the first, my father being the second, and my current pastor being the third.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say Henry.
And I did not understand that. I can't even say I fully understand it now. Me and my pastor will literally go back and forth for 2 minutes as long as I can stand going back and forth with him saying you need a husband, and I'm like,
But do you not think that you will? I don't think you will understand it until you get a husband.
I had a husband, and in that no matter what the relationship was, he was my husband, and I did not need him in that relationship.
But that was a different time in your life.
It doesn't matter because the point of this is me needing a husband because of my independence. That's why I still don't feel like I need one. Like I don't understand when any of them said it. I'm learning now why they say I need it. However, the relationship that I was in, to TD Jake's point, I made it very apparent. I pay these bills. I go to work. You sit at home. You don't do nothing. I was that wife. Like, I don't need you here because I'm doing all of this by myself.
That's going to be my question because I didn't know you during your marriage. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean.
I just found out that bitch was married when we became friends.
Correction. Wait, Kathy. Let me correct myself. I didn't know you during your active marriage.
Right.
Okay? Because, like, when I met you, you were technically married, but you guys were not together.
Right.
So,
I don't remember none of that.
I feel as though the Jasmine that
when I met Fran, that bitch was whole single. I'm talking about real single.
Don't get me wrong. She was single as hell.
For sure.
As hell when I met her, but she was married.
But still in that conversation with my husband when we were actively together, even after I would say, I don't need you, you don't pay no bills. Now, what I will say is, and I did finally start giving him credit. I worked third shift. He washed all the clothes, he washed all the dishes, he took care of the kids, but in my mind, he wasn't paying bills. And so that made him less of a husband because growing up, that's what I saw. I saw the men in my family take care of the women in my family. My grandmother never put gas in her car. My mama had a brand new car every year. He would give me $40.
No. What I'm saying is like
exactly. Like even then,
then.
I
know my question is, I don't know him. So my question would be, was this a lifestyle that he was choosing to be in, or was it due to unfortunate situations? You get what I'm saying? Because it's difference between a person who would want to or who would if they could versus a person who was content and not.
I think my bigger issue came from the fact that he was able-bodied, right? My father at the time owned a few businesses, and while you don't want to be wrapped up in a family business, he could have worked as much as he wanted to, and he chose not to. He worked for my dad for a little bit, but not enough to. I literally paid all the bills, like, and not to discredit him now, because from what I hear, he's a great provider. He getting his money. He do what he got to do for his family. Right. I didn't exactly. That's true. I didn't require that because I knew how to get it. Like while we were married, he would say stuff like, "Call your granny and tell her we need an air conditioner." What? Like, you a whole man. Like, I'm not calling my granny and telling her we need. But what did I do? I called my granny, and she went and got an air conditioner.
But that wasn't
right.
And I don't know this man. I swear, y'all, I don't know this man. However, based off of what I know about you and your grandparents, if I was married to you, I would tell you to call your grandmother too.
But see, I felt like he took advantage of that.
Yeah.
And since I felt like he was taking advantage of that, it made me lose respect for him.
Right.
But like I said, now, he's a provider. He do what he got to do for his family. It's just, hey, y'all. Shay. I knowing what I know now, I would never what is the correct word? I wouldn't I wouldn't I can't think of the word that I want to use, but I wouldn't disrespect my man like that.
Got you. As far as what?
As far as the whole I don't need you because I could do this by myself.
Mhm.
Because in reality, if forced to, I could pay my bills by myself and I could, do everything that I need to do for
But do
my
you want to?
household. No, I don't want to. And at this rate, I don't have to. My mom, even in the relationship that I'm in now, I had something happen and I didn't say anything to anybody. I don't even know how my mom found out. But she knew that I did not tell my boyfriend. And she was like, I know you haven't mentioned it to him. She was like, but you need to understand that you can.
Because we all know that had you, I don't even know what it is, but had you mentioned it,
Right.
I think I've said that to you before. Like, I know you ain't told him because if you would have told him, it would have been
right. But that was a crutch for me. Like, it's still a crutch. I mean, I'm coming out of it now. However, she was like, you don't have that kind of man no more. Like, you got a man that if you say you need it, he gonna make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you can get out of, trying to figure it out on your own because you don't have to do that.
It's hard because it's a habit. It's not
right.
It's not some people, I think the common misconception with men is this is something that we choose to be. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just embedded in us. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes by trauma, sometimes by observation, sometimes by, you know what I'm saying, just having to like deal with it. So it's it is, but it's hard when you do it subconsciously. Like, her not mentioning it was not because she felt like I'm gonna keep it from him. It was more of I'll figure it out and I just won't mention it because I'm the same way. And she chose to do it, but it's it's a subconscious choice. Like, it's sometimes like it's almost like muscle memory. It's emotional memory.
I do understand that what you're saying because that it is kind of what it is. Like, because I'm used to figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's just
so I choose to
reflex.
figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
You
choose to, but it's a natural reaction.
Heated.
It's like
I didn't give my point at all because I was waiting for these ladies to finish.
we sorry.
No, you're fine. This is. I love this dialogue. I love this dialogue. Are you gonna share your face then or no? Okay. I'm irritated with that.
No. She put it back in her mouth like
I did not share my point. TD Jakes did not say anything wrong when you listen to the whole clip.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem with us. We take a small sound bite and we run with it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to listen to the before.
We turn a sermon into a headline.
Absolutely. And the after.
So I guess I missed that because I didn't even know that I didn't know that they were taking it as
he
said
they were
wrong.
trending, honey.
That line of we're raising women to be men was what they ran.
That's it.
So, okay, question before you continue. I'm sorry. So was that we're raising women to be men? Was that taken on by Christians or was that taken on like by the LGBTQ community?
That was a general
it was a general for
everybody took.
But even to be honest, but see on my page it wasn't.
I don't believe
on my page it wasn't. On my page, everybody who was sharing it was, I don't even say that they were Christians. They were just heterosexual people. They were women. And even when I just saw the clip, I said, I don't even know what he said, but I don't disagree with him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I know just regular women, regular women.
Yeah,
but you also got to realize I'm 28. You know what I'm saying? But I'm 28. So people on my timeline is my age. And I don't understand what they be talking about half the time.
Everyone, I get right here. I know I
And so even with them, I never understood it. I was talking to John. I was talking to John earlier. Mm-hmm. And I said, John, I don't see the problem with it. I said, but you also got to realize it's almost like I was born in a different generation because my parents were so old. You know what I'm saying? I have different things. I said, it's true. I said, when you hear music, everything they talk about is city girl, this, city girl, that. I ain't made to be no city girl. I told him, I said, I feel as though I'm a cook, I'm a clean, I'm gonna make your plate, I'm gonna do all this because I require for you to mow the grass. I need you to shovel the snow. Like, we should have a codependent relationship. I would never say that I don't need a man. I've never said that I don't need a man. I might tell a man I don't need you in particular, but it's never been a general I don't need a man statement. So for women to literally have the mindset of I don't need no man, I could do this by myself, and then you choose to be a single mother, or you choose to be like, I don't understand why you would choose that.
Yeah.
Like I know people for a fact, like I have men that are around me. No man I know is a deadbeat. My friends, my family, no, none of that. All of them that I know personally. No, that I know that I know personally. That's in my life. You know what I'm saying? That I associate myself with. I know that I associate. Let me rephrase this.
She might as well get on here now.
She might as well-
She
right,
done
she
told
might as well
everybody
get
who
the
she is.
So what I'm saying is nobody in my personal life, meaning no family members, no friends, nobody that I would, if you could walk through my house door, you know what I'm saying? I know that you are not a deadbeat. And some of them have baby mamas who are deadbeats. I have a friend right now who's a single father.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He's a single father. He make that baby appointments. He do that baby hair. He had that baby every day. She don't come visit that baby. She don't care about nothing about but who he's sleeping with. And I just don't understand how women can choose to be in that situation when it's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's weird. You so independent and you so don't want a man and you so can do this by yourself that you will literally ruin relationships, ruin your child's life. It's just weird.
Absolutely. There are bitches out there like that.
It's so weird to me.
There's bitches out there like that. No, for real. It's been they didn't want nothing to do with no kid. They was literally focused on dude. And the kid on the female spectrum was a trap. That's real. I am probably everything that TD Jake speaks about. And that is because, like you said, I done been hurt, I done been betrayed. I love men. First of all, let me start by saying that before I get into that whole women's rights. I don't really need you niggas. Like I really do love the man, the black man, the real man. I love actual men who take care of women, who love women, who aren't disrespectful. I love those type of men. I love chivalrous. Thank you. Sorry, the tequila talking. Men. I love those men. I think those men are absolutely amazing people. What's fucked up in my world is that although they are present, they're not as common. Okay. I personally don't. When it comes to relationships, my friends, cohorts, peers, they know where I stand. I haven't been in an active relationship for real in over 9 years, and I just had a boyfriend 3 years ago. You'll get that stupid shit in the morning. Okay. I had a boyfriend 3 years ago
understand.
that wasn't worth 2 dead flies with shit in their eye. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, not you. My cousin said I was in a lesbian relationship. You know who she talking about because you dropped me off.
I hate your cousin. I don't even know who she is.
My cousin said
I was sex trafficking
at my own house. She was sex trafficking at my own house. But my cousin to this day be like, "You was in a lesbian relationship with a man."
Yeah, and that's how I feel about that last relationship. Yeah. But I love the idea of committed relationships. I love the idea of marriage. I think it's beautiful. I think that people who love each other should stay together for as long as possible. Transparent moment. I don't know if that'll ever happen for me. Though I love the idea, I don't even want to say I'm set in my ways. But because of how I move and because of who I am and because of the people I interact with, I don't know if a committed relationship is real. Like I have more male friends than female friends. And so the men in my life, they take care of me like a lady should. They come.
Churchy question. Do you want that?
I don't know.
She does.
I'm about to say, Kathy.
I don't know.
Just leave it
alone. I'm about to say, because I was going.
Are these friends? Are these platonic friends or are these bumping and grinding friends?
They're platonic friends. The men in my life that I've never rubbed private parts with.
But I want her to admit that she do.
Just leave it.
Girl, wave your mom off. No, but see, here's the thing. Okay, I'll take this moment to say, yes, it would be nice to be in a relationship with somebody. That'd be cool. Somebody.
That's not an admittance. It would be nice.
I don't, but that's the thing. It's not that I don't want to hold up an image. It's that image is, even if I
It
took the
fluctuates by
opportunity
day.
to be what my homegirl call a damsel in distress. There are niggas out there that look past that. No, you look like an independent bitch. You don't really need me.
Because you talk to them like you talking right now.
Because fuck these niggas.
See? But no, but it varies by day, because Kathy has been on the show and she said, I want to tap into my softer side.
Sometimes I be wanting to go
this.
sappy.
She does. She
Mhm.
wants to go sappy. She just never takes the opportunity
To do
fucking
it.
Do it.
Yeah, to do it.
And so
Microphone.
this is becoming a problem for me. And let me just say this while we here. I don't like holding the mic at church. I want a mic stand. Okay.
I
I
got you. Don't trip.
want a
Can you pass me that
stand.
mic stand right there? You can take that mic off of it.
You so lazy.
I want a
Oh,
stand
no, wait, you ain't even
It's
got
going
to. It's
right
going
behind you,
right
big
so
there.
I could clap my hands and stuff.
She gonna walk into the
I'm
camera.
not gonna lie. She said, "Watch me pass the
I'm on
bottom of
board.
this over yonder."
Move your feet.
This how you know this is a senior house.
That's some light skin
I'm gonna say,
bullshit.
take that microphone off of that one.
We've been in here almost an hour. Now she got to get what she wants. Shay got it.
This said she got it.
It was a nice try.
We'll work on the mic stand next episode. Send your offering.
Do like you did before.
I got on a different kind of bra. Okay, there we go. I don't know what I was saying.
You were saying that she never takes the time to
She
be.
never takes the time to actually tap into that. Like,
How much time did that take? I need to know.
it don't
For you?
matter. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. This is like in all honesty. When she is really ready for that, now whether that be Noel Jones age for you.
I'll probably
I
be
don't-
60,
I don't
65.
However,
I hope you don't.
Whenever it ain't even gonna be when she ready. I'll take that back. It's gonna take
Somebody force her.
somebody. It's gonna take somebody to make her ready for that.
What do you look like?
It's gonna be somebody who come in her life.
Shut up.
And
Don't you say nothing.
Yeah, you gonna talk to Sequita.
require her.
Oh.
Everybody know you talking. Everybody know me.
Girl, they hear you.
It's gonna take for somebody to come into her life and tell her they not leaving. She might as well get her shit together. Because I'm here until you get your shit together.
Well, sister, nobody know who I'm talking about. Go talk to homegirl, and and she gonna have you waking up like I was the next morning. Okay,
I'm not gonna let her talk to me, girl. She had me crying in the car.
I didn't even tell y'all.
I'm not even going with none of
I didn't
that.
even tell y'all I talked to the heifer, and the next day I was like, I'm the problem.
I saw you tag her in the whole status.
I was like, I'm the problem.
Facts.
Her or me?
She's getting comments too.
Hey, cousin. Y'all, I just really feel like she should go get a degree in psychology. That's what you got? That's why. Girl, don't talk to me no more.
She should have billed you, bitch.
Hold on. I ain't talking to her no more. Look at me.
Okay. It ain't gonna never change. I understand. Okay.
I think that word just irritates me. Yeah, I don't like the term. Oh, it's about you. I'm gonna break it. I might have.
Probably.
See that? She did.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Larry.
Hey,
It
cousin.
turned off
By the
going
way.
down the chute.
Girl, everything go down there, turn off. What else you got down there, gal?
There we go.
Yes.
Boy, this a dangerous
Girl,
conversation.
that girl got 4 jackets.
See, what y'all don't understand is, first of all, I think I texted her one time, and that led to "Are you at home?" And 3 hours later, we was walking out the house. I'm like, I think that's the real reason I left out the house in my robe and my bonnet. I'm like, I am just done with this night. Okay,
You
like
said I can't even put no clothes on.
clothes.
No, Jasmine,
Uh,
I'm trying to tell you.
Robe, nothing on under it, and my bonnet.
I understand.
Somewhere.
To the east
I-
side.
I completely
Oh, yeah.
understand because the next morning I had went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I had dreamt a dream. I don't even remember what the dream was. You know, I don't dream. I woke up the next morning and said, I'm the problem. And I don't never think I'm the problem.
Right.
Yeah, she ain't got my real number. I'm gonna leave it that way.
I
'Cause
said,
I
I'm the
ain't-
problem.
She
I
can
need
still
to
reach you in the
call
spirit, though.
him. I need to call this man. And yeah, and now, and then what happened is you got that text you got this morning. It's all her fault.
What text did
Shit,
you
I'm
get
like,
this
I
morning?
don't think Sequita had nothing to do with that.
Well, it didn't come in the boom boom
Her
room,
fault.
so
She specifically
that's a personal.
They can
They can still hear you.
Look at
Well,
me,
we
look at
gonna
the
talk about
camera.
this after the show. It's the hey, it ain't my fault.
She finished the bottle by herself.
I finished the bottle. You remember that happened last time I had a bottle.
We should
and a
probably
half.
end because you started crying off that last
Hey.
night.
Nah, she had two,
I
didn't
had
she?
2.5. Yeah,
That's when that's when I
yeah.
was like, you might as well.
She's like,
just
you might as well
finish
finish
it.
the
Yeah.
you might as well finish the bottle. Hey, I called him like, I done drank a bottle and a half of wine, and I'm crying and don't know why.
Mm-mm. I am. That is one thing I am. Go
Yep.
ahead.
Girl, I don't
Oh, we
got
can
nothing else
we
for
can circle
y'all.
back around.
No, we don't. Please don't circle
My
back.
little-
We're fine where
My
we
little
are.
2 cents.
Okay,
Yep.
So my little 2 cents, I also agree with what was said by Bishop T.D. Jakes. You got to keep in mind who his target audience was. He was having this conversation in front of a congregation, and he was using biblical principles to kind of get his message across, right? And
Correctly.
obviously, he used societal measures, to make it a little bit more relatable. So we have to understand, and I know that Jasmine and you also kind of touched on it, where you basically said our grandparents. You got to understand, women's suffrage was what 1950s, when the women started burning their bras because they wanted to be equal.
Mm-hmm.
That's when everything, the dynamic kind of
What's up,
changed.
Jay?
Because before, men were the breadwinners. Men went home. It went the wrong way.
Girl, lift your hands and surrender.
They brought home the bacon, and the woman's job at the time, or the role, was to cook the bacon,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so they knew what their roles were.
And
so
they literally brought home bacon.
they brought home bacon. They brought the
People.
whole pig.
Right.
Hey,
You know?
with the rind on it.
Baby, if you ain't ate no slab bacon,
If you
is
ain't had no
eating
slab bacon with the rind roll, you don't know.
with that little crispy skin.
And so the generation today, they can't handle anything. So what happened is you have the women that are feminists that feel like they can be independent and they don't need a man. Then you have women that are just independent because of experiences that they've had.
Right.
So we can't put ourselves in the same boat as these feminists, because there's women out there that are feminists that do not like men at all.
Well, I
So
love
wait,
men.
It gets serious.
It do. So my question for
I don't want to be man. I just love
all
them.
three of y'all,
Love man. I want.
is it just me? But I have never seen a woman that claims she don't need a man complain. Not complain about not having a man. It be the ones who be like, I don't need no man for nothing. But then in the same breath, they turn around and say, these men ain't good for nothing. They don't never do. You don't allow them to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've
I've never, I can, if I go on Facebook right now, and I know several people who be on Facebook like that all the time, they think they city girls. And then the next day, make one status be like, I don't need y'all for nothing. I get my own money. I do this by myself.
F-I-E-E fuck nigga free.
You know what I'm saying? And then the next status, they be
Shout out
like,
to Glorilla.
you men ain't no good. Y'all don't know how to do this. Y'all don't know how to do that. No, obviously, you're attracting men who know that you don't need because you make it very clear.
Yeah.
And then you got to think about, who do you have around you? Because, like, you made a comment, Kat, I always call you Catherine Rice Jones, but you had you made a comment and you said it's not common, but it may not be common to you because you don't surround yourself around those type of men.
That's true.
I have friends that are legit, like platonic friends, that are good men. I just won't date them because they're not my type. That doesn't mean that they're not around or they're not available.
Now, same Dre. Y'all done met Dre. Dre sound like a fuck nigga every time you talk to him. However common, Dre has never messed with nobody who has left Dre alone because he was a bad guy.
Mhm.
Dre
Yeah.
has never. Dre loved the kids. He got a heart for kids. He do softball,
He team stepdaddy.
basketball. He teams. I'm not talking about stepdaddy. He loved kids in the neighborhood that ain't even got nothing to do with their mamas. You know what I'm saying? He's just a Dre. If I call Dre right now, he not a pedophile. But if I call Dre right now, Dre will come over here. Dre will do whatever. You know what I'm saying, for me or any one of his friends. He is right out. He just has this way of talking to people that make it seem like he's not. But I'm just like, you all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are all right
Yeah.
with me. But it's just the way his conversation is that you would think that he's not. And it's just crazy to me that even with some people that he's dealt with, these girls go on because, I'm not gonna say Dre got it all together all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't got it all together all
Who
the time. Because
does?
who does? But people take advantage of those situations. And as a woman, when you take advantage of those situations, people in your life that might be good people to you look at you differently. You change the narrative of the story that y'all have together.
Mhm.
This wine is still down the wrong pipe, and I'm trying not to cough because it went down the
Throw
wrong
up,
way.
we
No, I'm
good.
not gonna throw up,
But
but
how
it's
he
burning.
is to you as a friend may not be.
No, I'm talking about the people that he's
he is in a
dating.
relationship
I'm
with.
talking about, I know people that he's dated, like they still around, and I'm just saying, like, he's a good guy to them. And then something happened, and then I think it's been two girls in particular that I know for a fact that, like, it's been a rough situation, and the girls have just kind of, yeah, I'm doing this for you and I'm doing this for you, because the tables have flipped when it wasn't just like that previously, when he was the person doing for them. But now that he needs you to do something for him, they take advantage of that, and they make him feel like less of a person for that. And he had to leave him alone. And I told him, because that's my friend, so he confides in me as a friend.
Yeah.
And I had to tell him, like, if those people treat you like that in situations, then those are not the people for you. I said, because you would never do that to other people. So, like, women don't realize that nobody has it all together all the time.
Mhm.
Nobody has it
I
all together
think
all the time.
women in general need to watch their mouths. Like,
They say stuff at the wrong time.
I say that from experience. Like, my mouth, like some of the stuff that I say, whether it be true or not, like I'm never I need to be more conscious of the things that I say because of how it makes people feel.
Mhm.
Like in my current relationship,
Because he think you mean.
he does think I'm mean, and I don't.
She is a little mean.
I don't try to be. However, I have an expectation from him as a man. And this has nothing to do, with the other. Because my expectation of him, don't really matter. My grandmother always said, you don't get with people for their potential, so you get with them for what you see, face value. But recently I said something to the effect of, now y'all gonna all look at me stupid when I say this, but I said out of my mouth, we don't do nothing together. While we were on our way to Chicago. Like,
Crickets.
Girl, shut up. Shut up.
I don't want to hear that. I don't even know what the
First of all,
let me foolishness.
Say something. I think that it's so true what you said as far as women need to watch their mouths, right? We have to understand that our men get beat up on a regular basis, especially black men. They're always being talked about not being good enough, not doing things. They don't need to hear that from the woman that they come home to every day. I think about, like, back in the days, like the slavery times and stuff. They were really just getting beat down, and then they got to come home and act like they weren't just, mistreated,
belittled,
right? And then you're fussing at him because of this, that, and the other. It's like, no, just chill out. Like, do not treat him like that, because he already getting enough, of those issues out in the street. You need to be his piece. Those, those memes that's going around about me.
Right.
I mean, I take that to a whole nother level. Like, we have to really be careful. We can do we can say some really.
So I didn't pay attention to the stuff that I said.
Girl, point at your mama
out my mouth until in that same conversation, he looked at me and he said, "You hurt my feelings." He has never just blatantly said, "You hurt my feelings." And so when he said that, it literally, you know how they always say, when your heart is pricked, your heart get pricked. It literally, like, pricked my heart. Like, And so when he
'Cause
said
that wasn't
it,
your intent.
it was not my intention to hurt his feelings. And so when he said it, I was like, well, why didn't you just tell me I hurt your feelings? Like, because we had a whole argument because I said we don't do nothing. Now, as we're driving, he's taking me to
victimized him again after you.
And did
He
I
finally
did.
tell you that you hurt your feelings instead of you saying, "Oh, I am so sorry."
Because
she
you
said, why did
tell
you
me?"
tell me?
immediately after he said I hurt his feelings, he was like, "No, you didn't hurt my feelings." Because he said it like not knowing he was finna say it. Like I did hurt his feelings.
It came out
he
like
was
word
too
vomit.
honest for his own good.
Exactly.
He
But
said,
then
"Ooh."
men don't.
But then he
open up,
tried
and
to
so when they
retract
do-
it. When he tried to retract it, I'm like, no, you said I hurt your feelings. I'm like, if I hurt your feelings, I apologize because that was not my intention. Like I never meant to hurt your feelings. He was like, we go places all the time, but in my saying we don't do nothing together, I didn't even mean it how I said it. I was really just trying to tell him everything that that we do together doesn't require money. Like we drive into Chicago to go do something, not because I wanted to do it, because you wanted to do it, but you wanted to do it with me, right? That's fine. But we could have went to see the fireworks for free. Is what my point. That was my point. You know
That's
what I
not what
mean?
you
what
said,
he
though.
heard, it's not even what you say. It's literally what he heard.
Right.
Because think about it. The fireworks is what 5 minutes away.
Mhm.
Chicago was an hour and a half away.
Mhm.
That's quality time.
Mhm.
Yeah, y'all
Then
spent the whole hour and a half.
If he's being completely open,
Mhm.
like saying it, whether he did it intentionally, where he was like, "Oh, you hurt my feelings," because he felt like he could. Once he said it, he was like, "Oh, dang, I look like a little punk." No, I want you to be in that place. I want you to feel that you can talk to me and you
Right.
can express yourself, because a lot of them, they can't do it because women will use it against them.
Mhm.
So if you telling him, he cries in front of you because he was really emotionally, something had happened. He hear you on the phone with your girlfriend like this, cried on the
Mhm.
No man want to do that. They want to be able to be in a safe place,
Mhm.
be able to be honest and open
With
with,
they
their
mate.
woman.
Absolutely.
Period.
One thing I appreciate about these particular friends, I have several groups of friends. And I say I have my friends that I grew up with. I have my friends that I developed in like high school, whatever. Then I have my adult friends. My adult friends, sorry to my other friends who are listening, but my adult friends I cherish a little differently because those are the people that I chose to be in my life through no, what I'm saying, outstanding circumstances. The friends that I grew up with, we grew up, whether it's church or whether it's school or whether it's from the neighborhood, whatever. We grew up because we were kids together and we naturally clicked together. My adult
Y'all
friends,
hear me breathing in this mic? I feel like I'm breathing. In
girl,
You the one
no,
said
can't
the
nobody
mic
hear you
wasn't
breathing.
good, but you can hear yourself
But my
breathe.
adult friends, I have chosen to be in my life. I've had other friends that I have, been friends with periodically, and then we haven't been friends anymore. So one thing I can say about my friends that I have here is like, when we're wrong, we can acknowledge that we're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can acknowledge that. And I think that even because I've known Kathy for a long time, but me and Kathy have not talked on a consistent basis until over the
Recently.
last, it's been like a year now. Yeah, like a year. Me and Jasmine has been friends for 6-7 years now.
Oh, really? Now
Yeah.
that I did not know.
Yeah.
I just became friends with Jasmine maybe 2 years ago.
Shut up.
I did
I became
not.
friends with Jasmine right after her dad died.
I tell everybody.
Are you serious?
Dead
Yes.
ass.
I tell
Before that,
everybody.
before that,
How
let me
long
tell you
have
something.
so you guys known each other?
I've known
Milwaukee,
Kathy
first
for
of all,
a long
Milwaukee's
time.
small.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Milwaukee's small. I've known them through the singer circuit. We sing, right?
For a long
Right,
time.
right.
Yeah.
But personally, I haven't known anything about both of them.
Wow.
Like I literally just told you 2 years ago, I found out Jasmine was married.
No, that
the
is
year.
crazy to me because I've known Catherine Rice Jones for a very long time.
Very long time.
I used to work at the bank,
And I pull up with my shenanigans.
and I would be like, "Hey, Catherine Rice Jones," every time. The funny thing is, I've known Jasmine when she was Jasmine King, but I knew her from afar. But
Right.
I knew of her because I was very close to people that she was very close to.
Right.
I knew of Jasmine and Shay. But
I
I
didn't
know
like-
I knew nothing. I didn't know Shay existed.
Until I started singing because I was never in that circuit. You know what I'm saying?
You're much younger as well.
I'm much younger.
She is.
I'm much younger. I was never in that circuit. I didn't know anything about like community choirs, Koji churches, or anything like that until I joined A.N.P.E.N.T. And the only reason why I joined A.N.P.E.N.T. is because Sheena brought me to A.N.P.E.N.T.
You were a kid when you
And I was
joined.
20 when I joined A.N.P.E.N.T.
I
went to one A.N.P.E.N.T.
I was
concert
kidless.
and But remember, I didn't like.
You were a kid. It didn't matter.
Listen, no. I didn't. She didn't care, and I didn't like her. And then I realized after probably like 2 years in, I was like, I don't really know. I know why I don't like her, but it wasn't enough for me not to like
Yeah.
her.
So the funny thing is, I didn't like her. My not liking her was legitimate. However, because she showed, it was. Let me tell you why it was legitimate. Because I was told by someone that she. But this is what made it legitimate. Let me tell you what made it legitimate. Because she would walk past me and bat them lashes like.
See, and she do it. That's why I didn't like
Because
her.
I did not know you. I thought that was you being,
Being snooty.
being what they said.
So,
you
and
were
I
to
told
me.
her, I said I didn't like her because I felt like she had a very "you can't sit with us" attitude. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't get that.
I definitely had
No,
that. I
no,
definitely
no,
had
no,
that
no,
Let me
attitude.
tell you
no.
what happened. Like, mind you, when I say Anthony and Ebony have been trying for years to get us, I mean, I'm not even being facetious, like for years. Let me tell you how it happened. It was so natural. It was so organic. We were at Anthony's house for a holiday gathering. We literally were there. I was supposed to be going on a date. Well, I got stood up by oh boy.
I'm just about to say, my boy, that
Album is about okay.
okay.
But
No, my album. My album was before him.
listen, your album from the beginning.
Oh,
It's
I
been-
thought you were talking about for me. I'm about to
it's
say
been
this
5
album was
years,
before.
July
Okay.
14th. Okay.
Oh, I know the name. I don't know the person. Got you.
Right. So we're there, and I'm in my corner. She and her, doing her thing, and literally, it was about somebody that was on Facebook, and I was like, she do much, and we just started. When I say ribbing this,
Let her have it.
so bad, and it was like, wow, that was okay. It was just like
You
we
said you might
vibed.
actually be all right.
Jokes that
For
so
sure.
The funny thing is, like, we were the only ones that was like, going in because we understood the jokes, because a lot of people are not intellectual,
Right.
You know,
So they
some
don't
people
get.
are funny, but they're
Right.
not witty.
They not witty.
And her jokes were so witty, and I'm like, oh, that's
They
And it
very
was
South
literally-
Park,
and
not
then when she
Seinfeld.
found
I
out
got
that I
you.
had been celibate for
difference.
It's a
when she
difference.
You
found-
got to
I
be
think
smart
the-
to understand South
I
Park
think
jokes.
the part that really connected us was when she found out that I was celibate for 10 years, and she was like,
10 years.
she's like, I can't go without 10 minutes.
Ooh.
She like, ooh, yeah.
Boy, that coochie was tender. Boy,
Still is.
still is.
That motherfucker slow roasting like pie roast.
Boy, if you ain't got, hey, listen, let me tell y'all,
they gotta have a strong back.
dear future husband for my friend, y'all. dear future husband, boy, that thing is in that crock pot simmering. You understand me?
Dear future husband for my friend, when you dust the cobwebs off that
Boy,
hole.
I mean,
Oh,
and
I'm gonna
listen,
be ready.
as soon as you slide it in, it's over.
I'm putting this
Hey.
thing on the altar, okay? Oil and everything.
Hey, wait, let me whisper. As soon as you put it in, it's over.
I'm getting
No,
pregnant.
as soon as he put it, he done. Like,
He gonna talk to her like,
wait a minute, got a jaw grip on me. That motherfucker say,
Y'all gonna have to edit that. Can y'all edit that out?
no,
I don't need the people knowing me like
this raw. Like the sex you gonna have when you get the
hey,
chance.
listen.
Let's move forward.
Boy, that man gonna pass out.
Baby. He gonna be like, hey, you know you can.
Y'all better hurry up and talk about something. I got something that is burning within my soul, and
It-
she said she didn't want to talk about it.
Oh
Let's
my
talk about it. We
Jesus.
out here now.
No. We're not about to get her started on this goddamn shit.
I just feel like
Let her
it
say her
needs to be talked about.
We'll talk about it at the end. God.
Take the end.
Nah.
How long have we been live?
We about an hour. No, it's been a little bit over an hour. It's like an hour 20.
Every time we get on here, it'd be an hour and a half. Huh? Oh, we're just
yeah.
approaching the hour?
Period. Okay.
Oh, because we did start late.
We did start late. Okay. So wait. This is my Jasmine before I jump back into TDJs. This is my Jasmine. I said, me and Jasmine became friends. You know what I'm saying? And once we became friends, we was locked in. Okay. Point blank period. Jasmine had a friend who I did not rock with. And when I tell you Jasmine with the purest of hearts that she has, if you know Jasmine, you know she got a pure heart. No, this ain't even that. Why are y'all even? Why don't y'all even like each other? And you know who I'm talking about because now they not friends. And Jasmine was no, because it could be no one, Rissa. Because it's my podcast. Who the fuck gonna tell me not to say something on my podcast? No, it ain't Larissa. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't Larissa. It didn't have nah, this wasn't.
See, like I can say her name specifically because I don't have any malice towards anybody. All they would have to do is go back and watch the podcast. Oh no.
You right, no. So Jasmine had a friend, and
I don't ever get a girl's camera.
now
time.
Jasmine,
Fuck you.
Jasmine can tell you. What did I always say? I said I never had the problem with her. She had the problem with me. I said right with this particular person. I was like, I never had a problem with her. She had a problem. We're gonna talk about that after the show because I'm still pissed. But Jasmine was in her purest of hearts, could not understand why. She was like, y'all just need to have a talk. Y'all just need to talk it out. I said, Anthony tried that. Yeah. I was like, Anthony tried that. And it's just was a situation. And
What she talking
then
about?
when that person hurt
Turn your mic off. Just look at me. I can read.
but when that person hurt Jasmine feelings, that pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? Now that is when I decided that I was going, and that made me realize that my adult friends are friends that I hold at a different standard. You know what I'm saying? It just made me realize because I don't think it had ever been another altercation besides Tavy because Tavy was so mild mannered and sweet. I don't think it had ever been a time where somebody had but it had never been another time with a friend where somebody had hurt. It wasn't no physical altercation. It wasn't no back and forth argument. It wasn't no nothing. Jasmine feelings was hurt. You know what I'm saying? And because Jasmine feelings was hurt, I was like, I will blow this bitch house off this corner. Do you understand me? I will go over there and I will literally like she would think Russia struck on this corner.
I think that was probably the first time because of my independence and because of me having to be a strong person. I think that was the first time in this arena that people actually acknowledge the fact that I have feelings.
Mhm.
I don't even know. I still don't know why that hurt my feelings.
I know why it hurt your feelings. It hurt your feelings because you had literally defended that person. You had literally given selflessly to that person. You had
the backstory.
Just,
When y'all ended
I
this, 'cause
mean,
need the backstory.
just
I'm feeling
in all of
slow.
a week. Within a week, she had literally just selfishly
Flirt,
acted towards
unapologetic.
this person, and that person totally disregarded how she would feel about something and was kikiing, hoo-hooing at her expense.
I think the cocktail gone.
And that pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's what pissed me off. But I just wanted to acknowledge.
So when it comes, because that was a friend of hers as well. So when it comes to friendships, what another friend does to a friend, this is my thought. Depends on the situation, but you can't get involved.
I didn't get involved.
None
I
of your
never said nothing
business.
to her about it.
She didn't
I
get
never.
involved.
But I don't want. No, I'm not saying that this was the case
Right.
that happened. I'm just saying when it comes to friendships, we have to be careful because just like you guys have a threesome friendship, right?
Mhm.
If Jazz and Catherine Rice Jones are beefing, they having a disagreement, you literally have to be neutral in it. But then you're gonna be like, well, Jazz was my friend first, so I'm saying on the Jazz side. When you have a threesome like that, you got to be careful.
See, the difference in that dynamics is Kathy was Jasmine friends before she was my friend. You know what I'm saying? So I would stay out of it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Even
You
with
have
the
to.
other situation, I never got in the middle of it. She stopped talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never got in the middle of it. I never said any commentary about it. It was never even any real commentary between them two. It was just all of a sudden one day we woke up and everything was different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna jump in the middle of that. But that particular situation showed that that person wasn't a real friend to Jasmine. You know what I'm saying?
But see, me, I agree with all of that. However, I think me and Sequita just talked about this. I am a love them and leave them kind of person.
Love them and leave them.
I can literally love
sing it
a
in the background?
person. Yes.
That's what I'm used
I
to.
can literally love a person and they do me wrong and I can be gone.
So wait,
Like
earlier Jasmine made a status.
Eyes on you.
And
Go ahead, I'm
Jasmine
done.
in that status said that she chooses to love people. And I was gonna comment on it, but I was like, I'm gonna wait till the podcast, huh?
Love is a choice.
Love is a choice, but I feel as though sometimes you choose to interact with people, and that's what makes you fall in love with people. Jasmine has her own perspective based off of her own experiences.
That's no
that's fact.
love.
No,
being
what
a
I'm
choice
saying
is a
is,
fact.
but what I'm saying is Jasmine's perspective on that, like the
What?
commentary that
Hold
she
on.
has.
Love is a choice.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you.
I
Ja-
saw your status.
I
Yeah.
have to choose to indulge in the feeling of loving you.
Facts.
I gotta make the choice to say falling in love and loving somebody is not the same. I have to make the choice to let you in my space to
Yes,
love you.
Love you. It doesn't
But
naturally.
it's that. But
happen.
see, to me, I don't feel as though that's choosing to love because I can let somebody in my space and never fall in love with them.
Shit.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying?
Because being in somebody's space doesn't automatically force you
Mean
to fall
that
in
you
love
love
with
it, and
them.
I mean for a substantial. I've had a friend that I've had,
But you have to
You're right.
choose to fall in love because love is
Them little feisty pants in my
actually-
damn life.
and I swear for M&M's, if you take a tumble in this house, my insurance ain't covering nobody in
They
this
on
mug
your
but
ass.
me.
Shay, bay on your ass. Anything happen to that girl?
your butt is all on the camera, honey.
Oh,
Yes.
it's
Yep.
for
The
sale.
whole leopard.
So
Tell for
so this is how I
sale.
feel.
Oh,
This is
sorry.
how I feel. I feel as though you choose who you interact with, and how you interact with them makes you fall in love with that person. It's some napkins over there. Tissues upstairs. I don't even use it down here. I haven't used this bathroom probably in 8 months.
It was tissue the last episode because I had to pee.
I don't use it in here. I didn't say other people don't use it down here. Right there. Yep, it's napkins. Right there. You see them on top of the thing? I was gonna give them to you for the spider, but then you didn't need them. Cause she is super spider killer. So my opinion is what I was saying was you choose who you interact with. You allow people to enter into your life. You choose who you have that level of communication with. And yes, you can choose who you allow to have access to you, but when you're allowing yourself to have access by that person, you can't help. You know what I'm saying? If you fall in love with them, like sometimes you fall in love by accident, but if you never choose to let that person in, you won't fall in love. So my perspective is you choose who you deal with, but you don't choose who you fall in love with. Because there's some people I choose to deal with, and I want to fall in love with you, but I don't even like you after you done irritated me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess your point plays to her point as well as her point.
Right.
It's still a choice.
It's still a choice, but the love portion wasn't the choice. The choice was the interaction part for me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're not choosing to love. I'm saying that your
But
choice
once you interact
started
with somebody
the
for
interaction.
so long, you definitely gain a love.
It's people that I've interacted with, even on an intimate level that I've never loved. And I
Yeah, I got a list of them niggas. Hold
but
on.
you know what I'm saying, for years at a time. It's one guy in particular. Yeah. It's different. And now I'm not saying being in love. I'm saying just
Tell for sale.
that's my point.
Everything for sale,
Right.
baby. Even
Now,
you.
Jasmine, I know for a fact I've seen her do it. She do stuff that I can't do. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Jasmine be like, I'm done with this situation and I'm not gonna be in this no more. And then she really not be in it no more. Me,
I walk
said
past
that
niggas
4 times and was a bottle and a half in, cried, and she like, we know why you cried.
And you gonna
I'm
call
like,
them back tomorrow? No, I literally Sunday I was outside. Okay, I was outside. Gentleman I entertained was outside. Now I had a conversation with this gentleman. He was like, I might be here. I'll call you if I go. Woo woo woo.
Mhm.
I happened to go where apparently he was. I didn't know he was there. He was literally the first face I saw. I see like, hey, cat, come here. I said, no, you wasn't even trying to check for me. You was in here already.
Right.
Stay that way. I wasn't even finna speak to you.
Mhm.
I was finna literally walk by like I ain't know you
Mhm.
and entertain whoever else was in here.
Mhm.
Like God bless you. I again, and that could be.
Yeah.
Oh, where my mic?
But question was, when you did
What's up,
that,
Lord?
had you already given it the best that you got as Anita? As Anita,
you the best that I got, baby. Yes.
From
Mimi?
experience, love does make the difference in that
Yeah.
situation. When I can say that I'm gonna walk away from something and actually walk away, if I actually walk away, there is not as much love there as I thought.
Yeah.
However, y'all have experienced me say in my current situation, I'm not doing this no more.
And
And I'm up at
first of
11 o'clock.
all,
Girl, she
showing
fried
up.
o'clock in the morning making a
Pause.
sandwich.
Peep this. 9 a.m. I don't know. He's blocked. 7 p.m. They walked into rehearsal together. So I don't take her serious.
Right.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you
And
today?
it helps. Yes, it helps that he is the type of person to, y'all know I am
I'm gonna
stubborn.
live for you as soon as I get
Like
off it.
if I say
I said, I'm
we
gonna live for you
done,
as soon as I
I'm
get
not
off it.
calling, I'm not texting, I'm not doing nothing. This boy is gonna call me no caller ID. He gonna call my mama. He gonna
Mhm.
call my kids if he have to get to talk to me. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
give her your
Like,
phone. I'm not even
um,
finna play with her. Hey, give her your phone.
um,
But it took somebody like that to be able to do that to her. That's why she was saying to you, somebody's gonna have to make you
right,
Right.
because anybody wasn't able to do that to her.
right.
But then she also allowed him access to her.
Mm-hmm.
Right. To do that.
He was able to. He knew he could call mama. He knew he could call
Right.
Right.
He can call the kids.
And that's the part for me. That's the choice part. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's not a choice in it. I disagree on what part was the choice. The accessibility was the choice part for me. That's the part that I deem as the choice. The falling in love part is natural because you can.
But you keep saying, yeah, it's not the same.
I know I'm saying they're two different things. So I don't personally feel as though just because I give you that type of access to me mean that I love you. Like it's been a person.
No, when you allow that access, you're making the choice. When I that it could possibly be love. Like when you allow the access is the choice.
It's possibly though. It doesn't necessarily guarantee love.
But when you it's because you open the
Right.
door.
No, that's what I'm saying. I agree. No, I'm saying I agree with that part. But what I'm
That's
saying is
it. The status, yeah, the status said love is a choice, not it's not an immediate feeling. You don't immediately
No,
feel
you don't.
love.
See, and
Love
I miss
is a
so my
choice.
interpretation of the status wasn't that. My interpretation of status is me choosing to love you, like me controlling my feelings. Like I can decide on whether I'm gonna love you or not. That's what my interpretation of. Right. That's what I was saying. I was like, you can't choose
Yeah.
who you love. You know what I'm saying? You can choose to allow the person to be in that area where you may potentially fall in love with them, but you can't decide like, oh, I'm gonna decide when my heart is gonna love you.
That I agree with. You cannot make that choice.
That's what I was saying. I wasn't saying that part because I totally agree with that part because
in
if I
this
never give you
situation,
access,
when you allow somebody into your space, when you allow them, when you give time, when you give, anything, like when you allow somebody to come into that space, you made the choice for love to be possible.
Love develops out of habit. That's how I feel. I feel like if my habit becomes me talking to you every day, me giving you time, me making this conscious effort to be with you, me giving you this option to be in, and this is now my habit because habit comes before love because you fall into a routine with people. Because it's natural. It only takes 30 days before you form a habit. So if you're talking to a
21.
person for 21 days, but if you have 21 days, but you know what I'm saying? So but just think about it. 21 days, and you talk to a person every day for 21 days. After 21 days, you might not agree that you're in love with a person, but you know for a fact that you like talking to that person every day. You know that this is your habit. You know that this is what you do.
However, just because you talk to somebody doesn't mean you open up and you allow them into your heart space.
Cat.
Right. You choose. You choose to.
I literally said, "Oh, that's me." I can talk to you niggas every day. I just be giving all random information,
Right?
And I be lying. My favorite color blue.
Right. Oh, it doesn't guarantee, but what I'm saying is you can't have love without it. I'm not saying that it guarantees it. So it's just like a tornado. You can have weather that's ideal for a tornado and not have a tornado. However, you cannot have a tornado without having the ideal weather. You know what I'm saying? So you can have the ideal weather and not have the tornado, but you can never have the tornado without idea. So like you can
Never had a tornado that came out of the clear blue sky. That it always has to be something forming.
It's always whether it's to the naked eye or not, but if it's in the lower level of the stratosphere or whether it's in above, you always have to have certain elements to form a tornado. It has to happen. If not, the wind circulation, you won't have a tornado. It's just like people be like water spouts and tornadoes. It's the same thing. It's just happening in different areas of the land. In certain relationships, like you cannot have love without habit, but you can have habit without love. Like I could talk to somebody every day and I can look at you as a friend and you can love me, but I don't love you. You know what I'm saying? However, I can't love you without forming a habit. So I can have a habit without love, but I can't have
Yeah.
love without the habit.
But I can get with that. I don't, you know.
Because it takes repetition. Like
It takes repetition.
and I'm gonna take it spiritual. This is why it's important that we study the word. The more you know, the more you get in your heart, and the more that you'll fall in love with him, the more you learn more about him. That's why it's important that you study the word. You get to know him. You spend time with him.
Mother
The
need
more
to
you
offer.
do that, you
Mhm.
fall in love with him, right? And the same thing with a guy. If you're communicating, that's why I believe that you can fall in love with. I believe you can fall in love with somebody in 2 months. I believe that because if you're spending time with this person, you're opening up, you're having those serious, deep conversations. It's possible.
Jazz,
I'm not, but yeah.
do you think I was in love with my last situation?
Who you talking to?
I think you are in love with your
I'm saying,
situation.
okay.
We
Do you
the same
think?
situation?
Yeah, okay.
Girl,
But how
don't be
quickly
sure.
did I fall in love?
I guess to answer that accurately,
What was your question?
I would have to say that you fell in love with the habit. The habit is what created the love.
The love. That's what I'm saying. You can't have love without the habit. So,
Right.
but how long did all of that transpire?
2 weeks.
It was
It
quick.
did not take long.
7
it did
days.
not take long.
9 days.
So I've never
9 days.
disputed. You know what I'm saying? I've never disputed
Nah,
the
no,
length
what?
it
That's Tony
takes.
Braxton now. All right
So
now.
I don't dispute the length that it takes for you. You know what I'm saying? I've never disputed the length.
I'm
It's just
just
sometimes
about
you be like,
Can't take you, won't take
we
you,
here
can't
now.
take
You know what
you
I'm saying?
no more. I had about enough of you. I'm gonna be on my own.
Tony Braxton, come on. I can't
Ooh,
help it.
I wanna kick.
She started it.
I want to kick both of these suckers in their throats. Okay,
We're going to be on here 2 hours fooling with you.
I don't care.
We had
This
an
is my
hour.
show.
Okay. Is we finna be done?
Because you don't even know what it is.
Yes, she do know what it is. That's why she want to talk about it. Yes.
I don't know.
I text all y'all at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not. Yeah, it's transition is weird as fuck.
Well, I'm going live tomorrow.
We can go live tonight. We can just not do this
After the show, it's the
you know what I'm
after
saying?
party.
We're
Yeah.
gonna do an after party. It's just a weird transition. That's why I told her, I said it's a weird transition. Yeah. It ain't no segue. It would be her being random. And you know what
Shay,
that
tell
is
these people
due
you love
to.
'em. Tell the dosers you love them, Shay.
Right, like, okay.
Give them the Shay takeaway.
So no. I got before we do this the Shay takeaway. So I literally was like, I'm gonna dig deeper into this earlier. So earlier I was like, where do I, Shay Harris? This is my personal opinion. If you don't agree with me, you ain't gotta agree with me. I am my own person.
Period.
And what Bishop TDJ said, I pay my own bills. You know what I'm saying? In this house, I pay this mortgage,
She got her own
this
car.
water and sewer, we
Period.
energies. I personally feels like
My bill
this
is so
goes-
high. I don't even know why.
because gas has doubled. My friend works at We Energies and she said literally the cost of gas has doubled per square, whatever.
My
Mhm.
bill for 1 month is $372.
Mhm.
You need new windows.
Yeah, I'm about to give me a solar. I'm about to
Somebody
give me a
from
solar
weatherize your
panel.
shit, gangster.
I'm about to create me a stream outside and just get some windmills and some water wheels.
This new job I work at, you can do that. We can talk about
No,
this.
I'm so serious. I'm not playing. They be sending me emails like, they be like, oh, switch to solar power and watch your We Energy bills drop to zero.
They want to pay people to
I'm down.
put that
Put
stuff
them on
in
their
their
roof.
yard.
I'm a homeowner. Put it
Bitch,
on
ain't
this
enough
bad boy.
sun in Milwaukee. Your shit ain't gonna work.
It don't work. It worked for even with cloudy days. All of that. Cloudy days.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Not
Hey, boo.
That's not baby.
Oh. Hey, brother. Okay, so I literally went back and I dug up a few
go
things.
back and watch.
She a lurker.
Both of ours.
Get on there talking about niggas. Your nigga right here.
Yo, man. Child. I get the and on your podcast.
The one that you
Dude
didn't
said I done
the
took
one
notes.
that you didn't come on the live for, that one.
That one. Like you watch it, but you don't watch it, huh? But anywho, so I went
Still in my
back.
head, too.
So I went back and I dug deeper based off the TD Jakes thing. And I was like, where do I personally think that it started at? So me being the nerd that I am, no, just for overall, I went back into
Girl.
the Willie Lynch speech on how to break the slave. And in that speech, he literally said to turn women against men. You know what I'm saying? He literally wrote the prototype for how to break your African slaves. And part of that was turning mothers against daughters, fathers against sons, women against men. That was the prototype. So this started well beyond, you know what I'm saying? Now, just think of how long ago it was. It wasn't that long ago. My mama was born in 54. My mama was the first desegregated class at Dominican. You know what I'm saying? My mama grew up in Greenville, Mississippi. My daddy was born on a sharecropper plantation. He was born in 47. Those are my parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which means my
Not your
grandmother.
grandparents.
Now my grandparents, my parents. Which means my grandparents were either were sharecroppers. You know what I'm saying? Which means my great grandparents
We're actual
were
slaves.
slaves. You know what I'm saying? So during slavery, which is only for me 3 generations ago, it was taught and ingrained in African women that African American, well, not even African American because they weren't considered American. And I tell people all the time, I'm not saying that I don't believe in America. I just don't believe that the Constitution represents me. It doesn't, because I was never thought of when they wrote the words in the Constitution. African American women and men were not thought of. Anything
They
that
weren't even
applied,
considered
we weren't
human.
considered human. That's a whole nother situation.
Did y'all know that they say that in that song on the beginning of that song? Something Roe versus Wade.
Because this is the thing.
I gotta
Trump
find
was
it.
very strategic when he chose to have those people on the Supreme Court.
He knew what he was doing.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
These people are the ones that make sure that the law is what the law is.
Yep.
Years on. Now, mind you, Roe versus Wade was turned over because that was never in the Constitution. What else was not in the Constitution? African American people.
Mm-hmm.
So we can
Literally lose our rights. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But that's okay. Nigeria said they'll take me back.
Well, that's I don't believe that.
Nigeria said if you got African descent, they will take you back.
I'm 49% Nigerian.
And they won't take you back?
They don't want us to do it with African American. You're
Mm.
American. No.
That's okay. I'm gonna go right on the.
American descent.
Hey,
They don't
my
want me to do it.
sister live in Gambia right now. She moved there in May, and I will politely take my happy ass right on to Gambia. I'm gonna stay.
America.
I'm gonna stay. No, I'm gonna stay. I heard about it.
So you know what's going on with their government too, though.
And we talk later. I'm about to say no, but I just know my sister lived there. She love it, and I know that their dollar is 10 cents to our dollar. I'm gonna go cash out my 401k
And live off the fat of the land.
Right.
and live off the fat of the land.
For 1 year, right?
For
'Cause
1
it's
year.
gonna be gone.
But that's literally, and so people don't realize that it's deeper than just a whole I don't like men or I feel like I'm independent. No, this was a strategically planned. It's a modern day, and people don't realize how deep it go. Like my family is from Greenville, Mississippi. When my uncle said something, my uncle had said things to me that made it very clear to me how in the trenches they were. Two things. One, I went down south to Greenville and I saw the big house and I saw the little house where my parents grew up at. My mother grew up in not one bedroom, a shotgun house.
Mhm.
From the front to the back, one hallway, rooms on both sides, everything. It was about this big.
Now that was my grandparents.
Right, but that's my parents. You know what I'm saying? This big. And that was the big house. The house next door to it, we go down there every year. It's a lady named Miss Ruby. Shout out to Miss Ruby. I know she ain't gonna see this, but my cousins who just so happen to be Miss Ruby grandkids might see this. Miss Ruby is in her 90s. That was my grandmother's best friend. We go to Greenville every summer. Every time I set foot in Greenville, I go right on Jackson Street and I go see Miss Ruby. She is the last standing person from that time period from my grandmother. My grandmother passed away when I was in 2000. I think I was, how old was I in 2000? Like 7, 8, you know. My grandmother, yeah, I'm young. But my grandmother passed away when I was very young. Right. So my grandmother passed away when I was very young. But you know what I'm saying? So that just goes to show you like my family lineage. And when you look at the places that they grew up at, it looks like very similar to what you would see when you go to slave quarters. When I drive through Pantherburn, where my daddy is from, it's shacks. Shacks. In Pantherburn right now, it's 44 people. That's where my daddy's
Well,
from.
you got to keep in mind too, Mississippi. My family's from Jackson,
Mhm.
Mississippi. We actually had a plantation that my family bought. It's Pocahontas. Anybody didn't know anything about Pocahontas? That is my family. We
Mhm.
got hotels now on that land. My family still lives on that land.
Mhm.
But Mississippi, you got to understand, a lot of them don't even know that they're free.
They still don't, and they did an article about that. They did an interview with a guy in Alabama.
About 2020.
Yeah, in
Still
2000,
live as though it's still in the Great Depression.
2017, he still thought he was a slave.
Girl, shut up.
Well, who was telling them what to do?
The massa.
Where?
He lived. So, for example, my daddy grew up on a sharecropper plantation. My daddy did the little planes that did the fertilizer, and they picked. My uncles and them picked cotton.
Right.
My mama didn't pick cotton. My granddaddy drove the bus or the truck or whatever. With the people would get on the back of it, and they would sit on a hot day with their straw hats, and he would drive them to the field. They would pick their cotton, and he would drive them back into town to turn their cotton. In Pantherburn, if you drive through Pantherburn right now, my daddy literally said, when y'all get down there, the first person you see, stop them and ask them, do they know me? My daddy is 70, 76 now. He was born in 47. Ask them, do they know me? I thought he was playing. So the first person I saw in Pantherburn, we drove 20 minutes from Greenville to Pantherburn, literally driving through the little neighborhood. I mean, it's nothing but cornfields and a few houses in between. And then you get across the bridge and you see the big house where Massa was. Oh, plantation corn, soybeans, you know what I'm saying? And the big house.
It's
So
your bow that's so apropos for this conversation. Let's move forward. I love
and
it.
so I'm literally sitting there. Yeah, my dad like asked them, do they know me? I said, okay. So my mama been up here since she was, before high school. So my mama like, I ain't getting all this tax on these people, whatever. Me, I'm country at heart. I love being down south. I love that I'm sociable. I'm like my daddy. I talk to anybody. I get out and I walk up to these people. This man is sitting on his front porch. I walk up to him and I said, my daddy told me to ask you if y'all know him. And he was like, what's his name? I said, his name Fred. And he's like, what's his mama name? I said, Edith Morgan. He was like, no, that's his sister name. His sister named Edith Morgan. He was like, yeah, I know Fred. He was engaged to my cousin. I said, huh? Yeah, back when they was young. They was young. They was kids. They was young. You know what I'm saying? Because my daddy is substantially, he's 12. I think my dad like 10 years older than my mama. So,
I
whatever.
love me
so,
old nigga.
so they're like, yeah, I know Fred.
I love him.
You a cool girl, as they just say.
His mama told me I'm not no cougar because I'm not 40. She said
That's
What,
the
you a
feisty
leopard?
pants.
You a leopard. You a concrete.
you ain't no cougar, you ain't 40.
That's the limit, 40.
Yep, she said you're not a cougar until you're 40. And she
Oh.
said, and if I know him like I know him, he found you.
And she ain't lied. She ain't lied. And you ain't even want to be found. Right. Listen. I can't even say what I want to say on this live because he gonna go back and watch it.
Tell
I'll
your
say it
dosage you love 'em.
afterward. Right. Hold on. Is this an on-air conversation? Or is this a Oh yeah, we said hey, I felt it when it was going. I was like, wait a minute.
Sound like she was finna direct the spirit.
Hey,
to you.
listen, it sound
There go your
like
doses right here. Tell
hey,
them you
it
love them.
sound like I was about to go get a bowl and be like, put a few singles in here for
Dude said we can't pay the preacher, but we can show that trying.
yeah, listen, we
Reaching
not
your
trying.
wallet books and your pocketbooks.
But it's just it's something that's deeper than what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a multi-generational thing. I said you have to realize that how we are right now is not based off of one generation of change. It's something that happened because if we were white, we could arguably point out that it happened during the wars where women were forced to go to work. And then when women were forced to go to work, they was forced to make money. And then when they men come back, they didn't want to stop making money. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to stop making money. Now, but if you think about it, African American women still weren't able to find the same type of jobs that the white women were. So we were still technically at home waiting on our men to get back because our men wasn't even fighting in the war like they were. Our men wasn't getting recruited. our men were getting killed.
They were frontliners.
Yeah, they were getting killed. So, it was a different type of period. So then we count on later. So to be honest, it's a spider.
Right there.
She gonna sway it like that. She ain't killed nothing. She just moved it. And so
Yeah, because my hair natural.
right.
And Leroy don't want no
If you-
extra gas.
But you know what I'm saying? It's an
Y'all getting a
argument
Leroy.
that right.
I
So she just
appreciate
had
you.
to sway it. But it's an argument that
Because
stems
this my real
from
hair.
African American women and
This
white
ain't no
women.
wig.
You know what I'm saying? White women, they say white women are more submissive. They have time to be more submissive. They didn't have 2 generations, 2 generations to advance of us. We might get back.
Even in my independence, I have always been very submissive because that's what my grandmother and my mama do. So
When you chose to be.
no, even with my husband, who I didn't feel like was worth being my husband.
Uh-huh.
If we were eating dinner, I fixed his plate. If we were at other people's house and we were eating, I fixed his plate. If it was everything a wife should have done,
Mhm.
I did.
So my question is it true submission? Because you said you were very clear in the I pay these bills, I make this money. That's a part of submission as well. So was it true submission or was it submission by actions?
No, I was submissive. If it came down to it and it was a decision that needed to be made, I always conferred with him. Like I was
Now that's submission. Fixing his plate is not submission.
no,
Yeah.
I know.
Because you see what I was like? I was
I
like, that
love
plate,
I was I was a wife. Like I
Uh-huh.
did what I saw as a wife. And so now like it's natural. Like even if I don't want to get up at 11 o'clock, I'll get up and cook because that's what he asked for, or
Right.
if something going on with the kids, even though he's not their father, what do you think? You know what I mean? I'll talk to their father, but I still confer with the person that I'm with.
Right.
So yeah, that was my point that I was trying to make earlier when I was saying it. Even in the this is mine, you don't do nothing. I was still a submissive wife, like because that's what I knew.
So, question, and this is gonna be the last thing before we end this. Question. My mother tells me that in relationships, I'm too submissive.
Too soon.
Too
I agree.
soon. So my thing is, I feel as though I'm tired of being the person in charge. I'm tired of making my own
But the
executive.
person that you're in love with tried to show you
Try to show me what?
that you're too submissive too soon.
Probably. And then when I wasn't, that person was like, "You changed," and did. A change, wonderful change has come on. But but my mom just feels so because, and my thing is because I am over being. I've been in relationships where I've had to be the person that pushes. No, no, no. If you knew the person I was in a relationship when I was in that lesbian relationship with that man, I loved that person, and it was. What happened was we were together for a period, and then we broke
Why
up.
she don't want to get off of here, y'all? We could.
Bye, y'all. It was nice talking to y'all. My viewers is
Shout
out
out
here
to the
waiting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my viewers is out here waiting. Like they like, what we doing? Who, where?
Men do what you allow them to do. Once
Yeah,
you
we
allow
gon'
them to do it, then of course they're gonna do it.
we'll write y'all a.
$100 and your light bill is due.
Uh-huh.
And you come and give me $100, I'm gonna take that $100.
Listen, because I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
So men gonna do
But dosers, we gonna end this.
because they accept $100, you should have offered it.
Facts. Dosers, we gonna write y'all a summary of the after pod show.
Do the
Okay.
Shay takeaway.
All right, do
Tell
Shay
them something.
takeaway. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We took a slight break, but we are back like we never left.
Back with the jump
Y'all
off.
are beautiful, and I know I have people who are on my page because I am the affirmative action. I appreciate all of you, but especially our melanated people because we endure things that other people will never understand. And that's no shade to my people who aren't melanated, but for the people who are melanated, you know what I'm saying? No shade, no pun intended. But the people who are melanated, you stay strong, stay black, and realize that it might get worse for us before it get better. And I support y'all in all of y'all endeavors, and I appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Anything that you guys want to say?
Good night.
Shout out to the Dosage. We love y'all.
Yes, bye y'all.
Later. She got to turn this camera off first. Hold on. After the show is the after party, and after the party is the hotel lobby, and after the Belvy then it's probably Chris, and after the original is probably this.